Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. Hope you're doing really well today. And just before I start the video, I'd just like to say thank you to the people that have subscribed to the channel. I have just recently ticked over the 100 mark for the channel, which is fantastic, and I'm really pleased about that. And I am also coming up to my 100th video. I think I've got 2 more to go after this one, or one more, and then the next one is the 100th, which I've got something lined up for that one, something that's going to be a little bit different. But anyway, let's stop rambling on. Let's see what beer we're going to be reviewing today. And we're off to Aldi. We're off to look at one of the Aldi new ones from the alleged hop Foundry. This one's the Sharp Tongue Grapefruit Pale Ale. This one comes in at 4%. So yeah, only 4% in a 440ml can, and this came in at £1.59 as well. Now I have to be honest, I have watched reviews on this, and I've got to try and put those reviews out of my mind and not let them affect how I review this. So why did I watch those reviews? Because I wasn't planning on reviewing any of the new Aldi beers, and now in my fridge, which is underneath this table, I've got them all. Because my Aldi doesn't normally have them. They don't normally do the alleged craft sort of ales, etc. And they have. And I was in there today and they had them. So I thought, well, I've got to buy them. Because normally I don't watch reviews before I review a beer, but I have. So I've got to be honest, I have watched some reviews. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Let me crack on. Let's see what this is all about. There's certainly nothing worth reading on the side of this other than it's called Sharp Tongue, coming in at 4%. So let's see how she looks. Oh, are we going over? Are we going over? No. Can we get it? Should be able to get this all in here. Bit of a rubbish pour from me, that was. There she goes, she's all in the glass. There it is, Sharp Tongue. So let's have a look at it. So for a grapefruit pale ale, looks okay. Big old whopping head, but it was a terrible pour. Loads of carbonation going on. You can see the colour of that. It's a golden colour, isn't it? Very clear, really clear. So let's see how she sniffs. On the nose. I'm not getting much off that aroma, really not. God, I reckon I could sniff that all day long, and I'm not going to get much out of that. Slight metallic, slight citrus aroma, but I couldn't tell you what citrus that is. It's just got a citrus aroma to it. It's not great on the aroma. So let's see how she tastes instead. Cheers, everybody. Okay. Now, as I said, I have watched reviews on this, and I'm trying to push them out of my head. But as soon as I tasted it, I thought, I can see why people are negative about this. That grapefruit of flavour is awful. It's absolutely awful, that grapefruit. It's so synthetic, it's ridiculous. It's leaving a very nasty taste in my mouth. Very heavily carbonated, but it's making my mouth dry. It's drying my mouth out. And not in a good way, like a really hoppy, piney, decent beer can that can make your mouth dry. But that does it in a different way. This is just awful. It's got a sweetness to it that's not nice, and it turns into this dryness. My mouth's trying to find moisture from somewhere. It's awful. It's very metallic. Oh, no, it's really shit. That is proper shit. It's not good. I don't know who brews the hop Foundry for Aldi, but that's not good news. That is really not good news. I don't like it. I don't want to finish it. And I don't want to be massively critical, but it's not got that aftertaste. There's a maltiness to it that's not pleasant either. And that grapefruit finish is just diabolical, absolutely diabolical. It's certainly not an enjoyable pale. It really is awful. And this is so frustrating. Look, now on a serious note, if you are new to craft beer and you are just starting out on your craft beer journey and you walk into an Aldi and you see that, I need to burp, excuse me, and you see it and the label, I looked at the shelf today, the label actually says craft beer. This is not craft beer. It's not craft beer by any measure. If anything, it should say craft style of beer, but even then, that's pushing boundaries. It's not a craft beer. So seriously, if you're new to craft beer and you're watching this and you're wondering what all the fuss is about with craft beer, this is not a craft beer. This is not an entry level to craft beer. Ignore it. Walk past it in Aldi if you're new to craft beer. I promise you, this is not a good indication of craft beer. Yes, it's only £1.59, granted, and it's a 440ml can, and it looks fancy. It's got the artwork of craft beer, but it's not. It's a con. This is Aldi just trying to cash in on the craft beer scene. It's not craft beer. It's awful, and I've bought the others in the range as well. If you're going to buy beer in Aldi, there is one that I do drink in Aldi quite regularly. Their Harper's Coffee Stout was really, really good. And their Harper's American IPA is good for its price and its size. In fact, I've got one somewhere. There it is. This stuff. Harper's American IPA, 500ml, and it's £1.09. It wipes the floor of that. You know, that is always in my house most of the time. It's just such an easy drinking beer with flavour and a nice taste to it. It's not outstanding, but it's £1.09 for 500ml. It's fairly decent for that. It smashes that into oblivion. Harper's is brewed by Marsden's. I don't know who brews that, but it certainly isn't Marsden's, and I'm not a big Marsden's fan. This is shit. It really is utter shit. Oh, it's bad news. So yeah, just to reiterate, if you're new to craft beer and you're watching this, please ignore these beers in Aldi. Just ignore them. Go to Tesco's, go to Morrison's. There's some great entry level craft beers in Morrison's. Go and buy yourself Vocation Hop, Skip and Juice. You know, that would be a good start. Something along those lines. This is dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. And I'm done. And I will finish it because I'm not into sink pouring, but I could see why people will sink pour this. It's just going to get necked very, very quickly. That's me done. Would I buy it again? No. Would I recommend it? Oh, goodness, no. I'm all done. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye now.